it's Samantha from Samantha Designs. Welcome back to my channel. Today we got a pretty quick card. I want to show you the way I make sure I get baubles and bits in the right spacing when I'm doing a cutout of a card. So I'm starting out with a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch piece of cardstock. I have found a die that I want to use. Kind of looks like a little label. And I'm just going to cut that out of that beautiful turquoise cardstock. Okay, then what I'm going to do here is I'm changing my little platform because I want to do an impression. So for my platform I have to use the standard one that came with it. This is a Cuttlebug. It's nice swirls, and it's just going to add a little bit of texture and interest to this part of the card that's going to be at the front of the card itself. So it'll add those little swirls to that, and it's just as cute as it can be. Alright, and here's my card base, same as 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I think this actually, yeah, I did cut it down, so that the blue piece is 4 by 5 1/4, so I apologize. I'm going to use a little bit of a pencil just to mark where the edges of this die cut would be once I put it on the card, because I want to make sure I'm using my pearls judiciously and making sure I'm getting an even space. And here is my trick. I use the pearls from Dollar Tree that come in lines, so they're all connected. That way you get your spacing right every time. I have tried so many times to put gems and things down that are spaced equally, and I'm not one for measuring all the time. I kind of like to eyeball things, and so it never looks right to me unless I put them right next to each other, like I did with my pumpkin card that I posted on the reel recently. But yeah, but this way I can make sure they're spaced evenly. I can sort of get them straight, because again, you know, I do not measure. I don't get any of that stuff out. I don't have a grid mat that I'm working on, as you can tell. But I just cut away the ones I don't need, and I can use those on projects later. And then I'm just going to fill this in. So while I do that, I'll play a little music. Okay, we're done with all of that. The music didn't take long, because when you got the sped up to 2 times this regular speed, it doesn't take long. I was thinking we were going to have a little bit longer. Okay, I'm going to use these Dollar Tree foam squares, and I am going to pop this up because I want it to be the same height as the pearls are. I don't want it to be flat, or it would look kind of strange. So I'm just kind of making sure everything's going to go the way I want it to. And then I'm going to keep putting on the foam squares. Maybe we needed to take another intermission. Everything ready to go. Now this did not line up the way I wanted to, so you know, people who line things up really are doing a better job than I am. But it's all in the top left hand corner, and it leaves a little border on the right hand side and the bottom. I'm okay with that. I'm good. It's homemade. It's not perfect. Okay, then I have this little rounded piece that I had in my stash of die cuts that I've done for some project at some point. And I've got a sentiment from my Spellbinders Card of the Month kit. I think this one is June, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm going to stamp it in Memento Tuxedo Black really quickly. And I'm going to add that to the front. And it fits perfectly. I did not plan that, but it fit perfectly right in the middle of that. But I decided it needed a little something else, so I put it on a piece of gray cardstock so you could see, silver cardstock, so you could see this sentiment a little bit, so it would be more noticeable, I guess. And I'm gonna adhere that across the center of the little die cut area and cut off that little bit extra that's overhanging there, because we don't need that. And then I'm going to add the sentiment right on top of it. Okay, and then I have some flowers from Michael's that have been in my stash forever. And they match really well with the color scheme of this card, so I decided I was going to add a few of those just to give it a little bit more interest, so it wouldn't be quite so plain. And so I'm just trying to decide which ones I want, and I liked all three of the colors. They go really, really well together. So I'm going to use my favorite liquid glue, some Elmer's Craft Bond. I'm going to put that right there. And that's pretty much it for the card. Guys, thank you for stopping by. I hope you'll think about subscribing, hitting the like button, leave me some comments. I appreciate you all, and I hope you have a great day.